Have you ever wondered how soldiers stay so calm in the middle of chaos? On a battlefield with explosions, noise, and constant danger, how do they keep their cool and make life or death decisions in a split second? It's not magic, and it's not because they're fearless. It's a skill, a form of mental mastery forged through some of the most intense training on the planet. And the best part? Many of these techniques aren't just for soldiers. You can use them to find your own calm within the chaos of your daily life. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology and training that build the unshakable mind of a soldier. It all starts with something called stress inoculation. Imagine getting a vaccine. You're exposed to a small, controlled dose of a virus so your body can build immunity. Stress inoculation training does the same thing for the mind. Recruits aren't just thrown into a simulated war zone on day one. Instead, they're gradually exposed to increasing levels of stress. It starts small, a drill sergeant yelling, a tight deadline for a simple task, then it ramps up. They're put through physically grueling obstacle courses while sleep-deprived. They face complex simulations where they have to make decisions under immense pressure. Each time they face a stressor and successfully navigate it, their brain learns. It learns that panic isn't the answer. It learns to filter out the noise and focus on what matters. This gradual exposure rewires their stress response. The part of the brain that screams fight or flight gets quieter, while the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for rational thought and decision-making, stays online. It's like building a mental muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets and the more weight it can handle without buckling. One of the most powerful tools soldiers use is tactical breathing, also known as box breathing. It's incredibly simple but profoundly effective. Here's how it works. You inhale for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then hold the empty breath for a count of 4. That's one box. When you're under extreme stress, your heart rate spikes, your breathing becomes shallow, and your body floods with adrenaline. This physiological response clouds your judgment. Tactical breathing manually hijacks this process. By controlling your breath, you send a signal to your nervous system that says, hey, we're not in immediate danger. You can calm down. This simple act lowers your heart rate, clears your mind, and brings focus back to the present moment. Snipers use it before taking a critical shot. Medics use it to steady their hands. It's a portable, instantaneous tool for recentering yourself. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed. Maybe it was before a big presentation or during a difficult conversation. Taking just 30 seconds to do a few rounds of box breathing can make a world of difference. Another key component is mental rehearsal or visualization. Long before they ever step onto a real battlefield, soldiers have run through missions in their minds hundreds of times. They visualize every detail, the terrain, the position of their teammates, their own actions, and potential threats. They don't just imagine success, they also imagine things going wrong. What happens if our communication goes down? What if we encounter an unexpected obstacle? By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, they create neural pathways in their brain, just as if they were actually doing it. When the real event happens, their brain doesn't see it as a new, terrifying situation. It sees it as something familiar. It recognizes the patterns and can access the pre-planned responses almost instinctively. This reduces hesitation and the cognitive load of decision-making under fire. The mind has already done the heavy lifting, so the body can execute. This is a technique used by top athletes, surgeons, and performers worldwide. Visualizing your success, and just as importantly, visualizing how you'll overcome challenges, is a powerful way to prepare for any high-stakes situation. But it's not all about individual mental fortitude. Unit cohesion is the glue that holds everything together. Soldiers don't fight alone, they fight as a team. The intense, shared experience of training builds a level of trust and camaraderie that's hard to understand from the outside. You learn to rely on the person to your left and your right implicitly. You know their strengths, their weaknesses, and you know they have your back, no matter what. This shared trust creates a psychological safety net. When you know you're not alone, the burden of fear and stress becomes lighter. You're not just fighting for a mission, you're fighting for your brothers and sisters in arms. This sense of shared purpose and responsibility helps individuals push past their own perceived limits. The chaos might be external, but the internal support system of the unit provides a powerful source of stability and resilience. It's a reminder that connection and community are fundamental to overcoming adversity. Of course, the reality of combat is incredibly harsh, and no amount of training can completely erase the psychological impact. Acknowledging this is crucial. The military has increasingly focused on mental health and resilience, both during and after service. This includes access to counselors and chaplains, and a growing emphasis on debriefing. After a high-stress mission, units will conduct what's called an after-action review. This isn't about placing blame. It's a structured debrief to discuss what happened, what went well, and what could be improved. This process allows soldiers to verbalize and process their experiences in a safe environment, preventing traumatic stress from festering. It reinforces the idea that it's okay to talk about the difficult things, to lean on your team not just in the fight, but after it as well. This focus on processing and recovery is a vital part of long-term mental health. So, how can we apply these principles to our own lives? Your battlefield might be a boardroom, a difficult family situation, or the internal struggle with anxiety. First, practice stress inoculation. Don't avoid challenging situations. Start small and gradually step out of your comfort zone. Each small victory builds your confidence and resilience. Second, master your breath. The next time you feel stress rising, stop and practice box breathing. Anchor yourself in the present moment and regain control of your physiological response. Third, use mental rehearsal. Before a job interview or a tough conversation, visualize it. See yourself speaking confidently, handling tough questions with grace, and achieving your desired outcome. And finally, build your unit. Nurture your relationships with friends, family, and mentors. Your support network is your greatest asset in times of chaos. Share your struggles and celebrate your victories together. The calm that soldiers find in chaos isn't an absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. It's a testament to the incredible adaptability of the human mind and the power of training, discipline, and connection. By understanding these techniques, we can all learn to quiet the noise, focus on what truly matters, and navigate the challenges of our own lives with greater strength and clarity. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on psychology and self-improvement. Let me know in the comments which of these techniques you're going to try. Stay safe and stay strong.